Fala galera, Morsugio na área. E dessa vez a gameplay vai estar um pouco diferente porque eu não pude gravar usando o Streamlabs. O jogo chama Before Your Eyes, ou Antes dos Seus Olhos. Basicamente é toda vez que você pisca, uma coisa acontece e a melhor interação do jogo é através das piscadas que você dá, né? E aparentemente o meu microfone falhou no meio da gravação, lá no começo logo da gravação, e eu não percebi e só toquei o bonde. Mas a história do jogo em si é perfeita, pode desconsiderar meus comentários, por mais que minha voz tenha ficado uma porcaria, né? Enfim, bora pro jogo aí.
Olha lá, mano, ele aparece, nossa, mano, zoado pra caramba, parece muito ruim, mas tudo bem, velho. Tudo bem, pelo menos eu acho que vai dar pra ver a minha cara, né, porque, tipo, eu não consigo gravar porque ou a câmera é utilizada pelo gravador ou a câmera é utilizada pro jogo. Então vamos ver se eu consigo fazer desse jeito, né. Bom, beleza. Tô usando óculos? Não. Tenha certeza que sua cara tá iluminada. Minha cara tá iluminada. Olha os meus olhos. Meus olhos. Encaixa sua cabeça aqui. Beleza, minha cabeça tá aqui, velho. Aí ele pede pra piscar algumas vezes, né, pra poder... Ai, caramba, mano, eu não posso piscar tanto. O jogo basicamente é o seguinte, mano, tem uma mecânica que ele olha nos seus olhos e toda vez que você pisca, algo acontece. Você entendeu? Então, mano, nossa, cara. Ai, meu Deus. Eu tô ferrado. Tá, beleza, tá calibrado. Como é que faz? Como é que faz? O que eu faço? Calibrar. Ele pediu pra eu piscar. Para melhores resultados, pisque normalmente. Não pisque tão rápido. Ai, meu Deus. Olha isso, olha isso, olha isso. E se eu piscar só de um olho? Ah, não, ele conta também. Caramba, velho. Da hora. Tá. Se o jogo parar de detectar as suas piscadas, aperte barra de espaço a qualquer momento para recalibrar, beleza? Eu vou tentando, né, traduzindo pra você, porque infelizmente esse jogo, ele não tem português, não tem inglês, japonês, chinês, caramba. Esse jogo basicamente é a respeito de piscar. Toda vez que você pisca, o jogo vai perceber. Ah, não! Eu não posso piscar, velho! Tenta piscar quando o símbolo aparecer. Eu olho no negócio e daí eu pisco. Nossa, velho! Que mecânica! Mano, que da hora! Quando você vê um retorno piscar, né? Toda vez que eu vejo o metrônomo, eu pisco. Aparentemente ele vai pra frente. Acho que continuei piscando. Nossa, mano, mas eu pisco muito, cara. Será que eu tenho que piscar só quando ele estiver no meio? Mano, eu não sei se eu tô indo pro lugar certo. Mano, pior que eu tô tentando não piscar. Acho que eu morri já. Nossa, velho, eu acho que eu morri já, velho.
Get away, you lucky fowls. That's mine.
Ele é meu. Nossa, longe, ele é meu.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew,
Fala,
you're a
beleza?
real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Sei.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or
Eu perguntei pelo seu nome, mas você não tem
Hands to
boca
shake
pra
with.
falar.
nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that
Você tá
makes
falando
any
que eu ainda
sense.
tô no meu corpo?
So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here.
Tá, eu pisco na sua mão.
Ooh,
Mano,
look at
que da
that.
hora isso, velho.
You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves?
Tô vendo,
I
mano.
didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word?
Mano, é muito da hora isso, velho. De
Notion.
piscar, cara, é muito da hora.
Better word than that. Ah.
É uma pena que
A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one?
Agora eu
That's
tô
where
vendo.
I'm taking you to see the
longe, né,
gatekeeper. To be judged. I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stirred.
Aparentemente
If she's
ele tá falando
impressed,
que ele vai me levar
I get
nessa
paid the
cidade aqui
Bitcoin,
pra ser
and
julgado
you get yourself
por
a
tudo que eu
spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me.
estranho ali, né? O cara fica uma chapada ali.
Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
O Brasil não tá feliz com a gaivota gritando com ele. É, parceiro.
Sorry you had to hear that.
Vocês repararam que ele não tem uma orelha?
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you
Ele quer ver
so
a minha vida,
absolutely
aparentemente. Cada
great.
detalhe, tá quente pra caramba, minha orelha tá
So,
suando.
just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember.
Primeira coisa que eu
I'm gonna
lembro,
send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time.
toda vez que eu
Could be a second,
pisco,
could be 5 years.
eu vou
That's just how
à
this
frente
thing works.
no... Eu vou pra frente no tempo. Pode ser
Alrighty
5
then.
segundos, pode ser 5
I hope he's
anos.
ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking
No.
is,
Não, eu pisquei! Não!
And just try to enjoy it this time.
Caramba, mano, é muito difícil ficar sem piscar, cara.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that?
Ah, mano, ela consegue ver. Não, eu pisquei! Da hora, mano. Nossa, mano, que da hora, velho. Por que eu não sabia que eu tava. Não sabia que eu tava sorrindo, velho. Não, certeza que foi algo do tipo. Mentira, mano. Certeza que foi algo. Olha que da hora.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Ah, mano. Eu nem tava, mas ó, parece tipo.
You see that big spiky plant over there?
Não. Ah,
That's
agora-
called an agave.
Não! Ah, mano, nossa, velho, eu pisco muito
Dear really
rápido,
slipped
cara.
away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now, where's the first page of my piece?
Tá ali.
I can't find it anywhere.
Não,
Did I
vou
put it?
piscar. Não. Não. Não, eu pisquei. Droga.
Hey, go ahead, kid.
Ah, mano, que da hora.
Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows.
Mano, que da... Não! Ah, caralho, mano, muito difícil ficar sem piscar, velho. Que da hora. Não, não quero piscar ali.
Oh, mommy, don't you?
Não, não, droga! Para! Eu não consigo mais muito rápido. Eu queria ter visto esse ano.
Sounds good, honey!
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it?
Da hora.
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I'm worried that might have something to do with it.
Não, pisque. Eu vou ter um boneco. Droga! Caramba, mano, é muito difícil ficar sem piscar, cara.
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
Ah, eu tenho um carrinho.
Probably solving the problems of the universe.
Olha que da hora, mano.
So,
Não! Ela ia falar.
no, it's not derivative.
Não consigo,
At
cara.
least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you?
Ah, é o barquinho dele.
Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
Não pode piscar, mano. Não
Thank
pode
you for
piscar.
considering my piece, John.
Olha que da hora.
It really means a lot.
Ai, mãe.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color. You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exact.
Não! Mano, é muito difícil ficar sem piscar, cara. Eu não consegui, eu queria ouvir o que ela ia falar, velho.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type.
Consegui
Can you
segurar.
believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach.
Olha, já tá queimando.
I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him,
Olha, já tá queimando.
like a human suitcase.
Ah, deixa eu passar de página. Não, não.
Okay, Benny.
Deixa eu ficar
Are you ready to see something really special?
I just... Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No.
Dane-se a sua alergia.
Fine,
O gatinho e ele tem problema no olho.
But, while he's here.
Não, eu pisquei. Desgraça. Não.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one?
Não, não lembro. Como faz?
Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Será que o olho dele vai melhorar? Nossa, vigiar o gatinho.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
Eu não quero piscar, velho. Eu não sei o que vai acontecer com o gatinho. Com medo de dar alguma coisa ruim. Não! Droga, eu pisquei! Eu tô na cama, é isso?
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor.
Que da hora.
Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Não! Caramba, mano, é muito difícil ficar sem piscar, cara. Será que sou eu crescendo ou sou eu indo pro piano aqui? Mano, eu não sei tocar piano, moço.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Richard, are you hearing this?
Ah tá, a mesma nota faz
What?
sempre a mesma.
He's playing my piece.
Olha lá.
He must have figured it out by ear. I mean,
Nota.
I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure, but you know anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in this.
Ah não, eu pisquei! Mano, é muito difícil não piscar, cara.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Que isso? Uma bola de pelo? Ah,
Don't worry, I already did.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Meu desenho tá perfeito também, né?
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders,
Olha como ele
sitting
já tá
ready on my
grande.
kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files
Ah,
between now
meu
and
desenho tá
tomorrow?
melhorando, cara.
We are fine.
Você fez xixi aqui em cima, você não é um gato muito treinado, né, parceiro? Você deve ter caixinha de areia, não, né? Se tivesse... Eu não pisquei!
When's he coming?
Pisquei. Acho que eu pisquei.
I'm flying him out in February,
Ah,
remember?
agora você tá bonito.
You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
Ele só tem olho, verdade, mano. Ai, caramba, mano, eu fico pulando as
This is
histórias.
called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music.
Que da hora, mano. O
I
som,
want you to
tipo,
start
vai de
using it
lado
before
pro
Grandpa
outro.
comes to visit.
Eu sei.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be
Da
a
hora,
work
mano,
of
quando eu olho
genius
assim,
just
ele
as I
foca.
was.
Tipo assim, eu tô olhando pra cá, ele desfoca
He
as
said,
coisas.
yes, I suppose.
Eu olho pra lá, ó,
If you
ele
made
tá
a work
desfocado.
of genius,
Olha que da hora.
I could live on through that as well. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
Não! Ah, que mentira! Eu não tinha piscado! Ou tinha? Eu não sei. Talvez eu não sinta. Porra, mano. Porra, mano, às vezes não parece que eu tô piscando.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Essa música é muito boa. Não, velho, eu tava tocando, tava mó bonito.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my!
Que da hora,
Don't
velho.
think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now.
Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting.
Não! Ah, mano, vai muito rápido.
Ernie! Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
Tudo.
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My son?
Ai, droga!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
Não é boy. Não, eu fiquei.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean. Are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Manila Galleon was a particular interest.
I meant benefits.
Oh, yeah. Got this.
Que jogo bonito. Não! Que jogo bonito, velho. Nossa, velho, me traz assim, uma sensação diferente, cara, sabe? Ai, droga, não dá, velho.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Não entendi, velho, essa parte aqui. Eu tentei clicar no negócio, velho, é com o olho, eu esqueci.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
Porra, mano, eu tava aqui tocando mó de boa.
Listen to him, Richard.
I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing.
Não! Ai, que droga, velho, eu gosto daquela música.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Eu tirei F na prova de caramba, eu tava vendo. Oh, autorama, velho, eu gosto de autorama.
I want that box full by the time I come in
Chorei,
there.
nossa, velho.
You don't play with it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
Congratulations, B. First of many, I'd assume.
Ah, trilha só. Olha o Ruby. Não! Droga! Muito rápido.
This isn't my house. It's not my. Fall back, you fool. I'll have your head. I'll feed them to the cat.
Que da hora.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here.
Não.
Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
Eu consigo andar? Não, não consigo andar. Eu consigo andar. Mentira, eu consigo andar? Não, não consigo não.
Why are you always out here taking photos?
Eu achava que esse jogo era mais
You know,
curto,
if you
mano. Eu
really
achei
want
que
to
ia dar
take a
pra
photo
fazer
of
uma vez
something
só,
cool,
mas não é.
you should take a photo of this.
Tá bom. Tá bom, né, mano? Eu achei que... Achei que ia ser outra
Oh
coisa.
shoot. I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into...
Não! Ai, que droga, mano!
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
Totalmente assim, né?
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well,
Ah, droga! Não, droga!
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. Each unit will
Look
study
on your desk.
civilization.
I wrote you something.
Here's the dear, weird neighbor. Ah, que da hora, mano. We're in the same class. What a coincidence. Keep in mind that while we're at the class, we don't know each other.
This is a
Talk
quote.
to me ever.
I want each of you to write
Love
it
Chloe.
down.
Oh,
Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
ó, na linha certinha, só que eu devia
Now
colocar
I
no
will go
papel.
on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
right. I definitely know
Those who
this.
cannot remember the past are
You were
condemned
taking notes,
to repeat
weren't you,
it.
Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's
Are
right,
condemned
right?
to repeat
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If we
broke
do
my
not
talking
keep an
rule,
accurate account
but I
of
asked-
Velho, que da hora. Ah, não, eu pisquei!
I tried to
Caramba,
convince
velho.
your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for
Ai, meu
himself.
aniversário de 11 anos.
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Será que isso? Inimigo. O que mais que tem? Ó, mano, ó, controlão aqui. Ixi. Ó, aqui, ó, nossa, mano, Super 64 aqui. Da hora, da hora, da hora. Nossa, que da hora.
Definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure.
Com a Chloe.
We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up.
Ah, é tipo porque. Não!
It's
Mas
called
que
a
droga!
magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
É, às vezes não dá.
So, what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Com certeza, senhor. Eu, na verdade, sou o melhor Excel de todos.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh,
Eu tô falando
not
aqui,
to
ó.
worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
Sou
So,
capaz de não piscar.
I understand you were a musician yourself.
Sim,
Where did you study?
música.
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study
Eu
under?
não pisco.
John MacDonald?
Eu não pisco.
Hmm.
É que tem algum meu olho
I
já tá
understand
queimando,
he's
porque
very
atrás
difficult.
da
Yes.
webcam tem a
Taciturn
iluminação.
is the word I use.
Meu olho tá queimando, tipo,
Taciturn.
muito. Ah! Ah! Olha, pá.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
Nossa, agora eu tô vendo o reflexo.
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once.
Reflexo
I wish
da
I
luz
had
dos
the option of
olhos.
going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that
Não,
the
o
piece?
que eu fiz?
What is going on with you these days?
Não.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Mas eu quero.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? But is she obsessed with you?
Não, pode ser importante. Eu vou pegar o celular, putz. Vai que é importante.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet,
Hey,
and she's got...
Mr. Kid.
That's a she.
Look
the
at it.
head of a
Oi,
crocodile,
Chloe, tudo bem?
fur of a lion,
Aquilo ali que tá aparecendo
See.
na minha câmera, velho.
and the body of a hippopotamus.
Um bagulho aparecendo na minha
Though I
câmera,
would not
velho.
say that to her face.
Eu
Now,
não sei, tá aparecendo um bagulho
as
na
you
minha
can
câmera, velho. Eu
see,
não sei o que é
she
aquilo.
is ready to devour
Hoje à noite, meu
any
pai
of the
vai dormir
deceased who do
fora.
not
Eu
pass
vou
judgment.
até a sua casa e vou dormir.
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes.
Eu vou sair fora da minha casa e eu vou ir dormir
So
na
I am
praia.
not
Você
quite
gostaria-
sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right
Como é que eu
now.
faço aqui pra colocar assim? Como é que eu faço pra colocar assim aqui? Sim.
Ew, why is he so scared looking?
Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving.
Não! Ah, mano, mas que droga,
Why are
velho!
you worried about having
Tinha
these things
aparecido uma
to
mensagem
just
na câmera,
because
eu
you're
não sei
starting to
o que
make
é.
friends?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard,
Às vezes eu posso
Benny
buscar,
has
às
a
vezes eu
chance
não
here.
posso.
A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, this has no sense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Foi tudo embora.
No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please.
Já era, eu pisquei. Não vai ter como. E agora? Ah, eu já sou adolescente, já tenho meu celular.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're
O que
asleep.
pensa, mano? Eu vou
So if
fugir
you
pra
go to sleep
praia.
now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Você que pensa, mano? Eu vou ir pra praia, eu vou fugir com a Chloe. Ela é minha alma gêmea, mãe.
Mom
Sou
says turn the
rebelde.
lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny, I say turn the...
Bora fugir, bora fugir. Ai, sneak out. Com certeza, vambora.
Didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
Ah, maluco, eu não perco esse tipo de oportunidade nem ferrando, vambora. Ah, eles estão dormindo.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this...
Não! Ai, que droga, mano. É muito difícil.
Probably
ficar
didn't sleep
sem
at all.
piscar na cara.
Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something.
Nossa.
Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery...
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Ferrado, né, mano?
Oh,
Nossa,
okay,
mano,
okay.
que isso,
I
cara?
think that's enough.
Que isso, mano? É muito difícil, mano. Eu vou ficar indo de um lado pro outro, não dá pra fazer nada.
So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path.
Pula essa, mano. Pula rapidão.
Maybe I
essa.
pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Ah, eu queria aquele videogame. Ah, não. Caramba, velho. Eu pisco muito rápido, cara.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo. Okay?
Ok. Pisca,
Such a
põe.
crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, we're having him.
Ah, droga, mano, não pode piscar nem com um olho só, mano. Que droga. Que da hora. Não.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Tô jogando videogame, mano. Jogar videogame é produtivo, senão eu não tava nem fazendo vídeo pro YouTube, né, maluco? Aqui, ó. Aqui, ó. Jogar videogame. Jogar videogame. Quero jogar videogame. Vamos jogar videogame. Queria mais jogar videogame, né, mano? Mas tudo bem. Oh! Aí sim, mano, desenhei muito.
Dinner's ready.
Nossa, mano, eu tô virando desenhista profissa agora, olha isso.
What's he
Quero
doing?
desenhar alguma coisa mais difícil, quero desenhar alguma coisa mais difícil, não
Why
só o
isn't your
barco.
son eating with us, Al? No.
Ô, louco,
Menino
mano,
desse?
aí sim, agora eu tô
Well,
demais.
ever since he got sick.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Obrigado, gente.
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny.
Eu sei, eu sei. Oh, caramba, mano, eu não consigo. Que da hora, mano. Nossa, que perfeito.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Oxe, uma caveira.
Soldado!
Que susto, mano. Eu não vou pintar ele pelado nem ferrando.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
Oxi, mudei o bagulho.
It's very zany,
Não, o que eu
very
fiz?
kitsch. Lucky.
Mano, o que eu fiz?
There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape.
Que da hora. Pronto, perfeito. Perfeito.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
É nada.
I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. For I fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
Ah, é muito difícil ficar sem piscar, cara.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Olha, que porcaria que eu desenhei, mano. Daquele que tava uma porcaria. Tava mó da hora o desenho dele.
Don't worry, you're not selling your soul.
Você que pensa, moça. Ó, mas deixa eu ler aqui o contrato, né, mano? Deixa eu ler as letras miúdas aqui. Crumple. Sign the control. Tá
I've
bom,
got a
tá
good feeling about you. We're
bom. É
going to
mesmo,
make a
eu
lot
vou
of
jogar
money
na
together.
sua cara aqui, ó. Olha onde eu assinei. Nossa. Vou vai, né?
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
Ah, que da hora. Vai. Hora do brinde. Tchim, bebe.
Ooh, that's
Bebe, bebe.
good. So, now that you've made it,
Ah, não! Muito rápido, velho. Bora fazer arte. Perfeito. Perfeito. Nossa, essa ficou ruim.
I think it is.
All places.
Tem mais nada pra observar? Não, né? Ah, mano, a primeira tinha ficado boa. Como chama a segunda?
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an
É o meu
idea.
desenho.
You know, the critics are fickle. How about...
Não, nossa, velho, meu olho tá piscando muito hoje, velho. O clima tá muito quente.
Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it.
I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today. And, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while. But really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and I'm just so proud of you. This is nothing but a little bump in the road for me. I'm going to be fine. Okay?
É que ela tá grávida?
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife...
Não! Caramba, velho, foi rápido demais. Meu nariz, velho. Ela morreu, cara.
B, say something.
Eu gostava dela.
What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look,
Morreu, cara.
you know I talk to big, important people who could change your life.
Ela morreu, cara.
Hey, Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha?
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house.
Mano, tô triste agora, velho.
She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself...
Eu sinto falta dela e eu nem tive momentos tão grandes.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
Nossa, mano, me deixou muito triste, mano, a mãe dele morrendo desse jeito, cara. Achei que era uma aranha. Não era exatamente o que eu queria, mas tá aí. Mas eu fico imaginando, velho.
Look.
A morte é algo que a gente nunca
It's
conversa
unbelievable,
sobre,
Benny.
mano.
It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint.
Inspirado na composição musical da mãe.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those... And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door.
Fala, minha mãe.
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck.
O que aconteceu? Ah!
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. Oh, the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well,
parceiro.
Hello.
Eu tava curtindo a minha história.
If I realized I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
A happy one.
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
Composer.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
Não, ele era...
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
Pô, demanding.
Kind of like your... Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
Ai, que triste falar isso, cara.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Be honest here. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. But be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, For it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Tá pegando, brother. Tá pegando.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls.
É claramente.
They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Mas eu não menti em lugar nenhum.
Good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Como assim, hopefully, mano? O que eu vou fazer aqui? O que você pretende fazer comigo? O que a gente vai fazer? O que sobra pra mim agora? Só ver que barulho.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Ai, caramba. Ai, caramba. Eu tenho que ter a iluminaçãozinha do barco, né, tio? Tio!
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back, sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Mas eu falei a verdade. Tinha uma família feliz. Aí, ó, na praia e tal.
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
Oh, mano, eu gostava do gatinho.
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against...
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open.
Eu tô tentando.
I need to see.
Ah, mano do céu.
Let's try this again.
Mano, não dá.
Keep your eyes open.
Eu tô tentando. É muito difícil, cara.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
What is it?
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
God, honey. Don't worry too.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Still not understanding how you
I don't know. Think about it.
Ai, cara, eu pisquei. Ai, caralho, meu olho esquerdo quer piscar muito, velho. Meu olho esquerdo quer piscar muito, tá secando. Ah!
And one more time. I swear to God, if you blink again.
Mano, você acha que é fácil, rapaz? Não é fácil. Ainda mais tá batendo o vento da janela. Nossa, velho, cara, eu não difícil, cara.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Eu devia ter imprimido uma foto minha. Assim eu não piscaria. Droga, não era bem difícil, cara.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Ai, mas a minha mãe, ela morreu.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Quer dizer, acho que era só um médico, mano, porque eu tava doente.
Make sure you staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
Caramba, mano, como é difícil ficar tudo isso de tempo sem piscar, velho. Meu Deus do céu. Fecha os olhos.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
Eu tô ouvindo.
It's okay. He's asleep.
Não, eu tô aqui, tô ouvindo.
It's okay.
I'm listening. I'm here. Gente.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon.
Nossa, mano, eu fiquei
At the
triste com a
top of
parte
your
dos
lungs.
gatinhos, velho, na moral. Mano, pior que foram esses cachorros aí, velho. Mataram os gatinhos, mano. Mano, o jogo me deixou triste, velho. E se esse daqui for o gato? Não, se bem que esse daqui tem os dois olhos, né?
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
Mas eu tô...
We're almost at the end of this. I promise. You know what to do. Go ahead and blink.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Ali, ó, jogada é pedestre.
Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny.
Eu não consigo falar?
It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
Genius? Como assim?
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
Tá tudo sumindo.
Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Como assim? Tá tudo sumindo. Não! Que da hora, mano, esse jeito de escrever. Tipo, se você só deixar parado, ele não vai, mas tipo assim, se você andar um pouquinho, daí ele vai. Então, tipo, que da hora. E junta com todos esses negócios aqui, mas eu não consigo ler. Support your family. Took the job as an accountant.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny.
Ah, qual é, mano? Não! Eu pisquei!
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Oh, não. Não, detesto fazer esse exame.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading aloud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big... Can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay?
Eu queria ouvir isso de uma pessoa, velho. Deitou e morreu. What?
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Eu não sei quando que eu posso abrir o olho. Ah, tá. Quando eu abro, daí ele volta. Caramba, velho, que da hora. Não!
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay.
Chloe!
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have to go to school with me.
Não, eu fechei! Não sei. Nossa senhora.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Eu não pisquei. Agora eu pisquei.
I'm playing B. She's listening.
Pior que a música é boa, mano. Não! Ai, caramba, mano, é muito difícil, cara. Não, gatinho! Eu não tinha moído. Você não tinha moído.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Nossa, velho. Tô numas máquinas pesadas, velho.
What do you mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Dad's number?
Okay, I'm calling now.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me.
Stay here.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give you something.
Stay.
But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
You are my first love. Caramba, não, pisquei. Eu não consigo beber o suco. Eu não consigo chamar aqui também.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
Ah, shit. Nossa, o mouse tá ficando pesado, mano. Eu não consigo mais entender nada. Eu não consigo mais chamar aqui.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know.
Caramba, velho, olha isso, mano.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready.
Vai ter o formato da Chloe, será que vai ter o formato da minha mãe?
Don't worry. We got this.
Tá bom?
I think.
Cada vez que eu pisco. As coisas mudam. Que da hora. Pisca um monte.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Por que pra você, mano? É o gato, mano.
Gatekeeper,
Before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story.
Oh, gatinho.
It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small
town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him.
Then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry
that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had.
How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise.
How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again.
And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
O jogo é bom, velho.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same.
Bom, senhoras e senhores, eu vou ficando por aqui. Eu preciso lavar o rosto. Não se esqueçam de se inscrever no canal, de jogar Before Your Eyes, que é um jogo muito bom. E a história é pesada, cara. A história é pesada. Mas eu vou ficando por aqui. Se inscreve no canal aí, pra dar uma força. Coloca aí nos comentários o que você achou dessa história. E, enfim, um grande abraço a todos. Fiquem com Deus. E é isso. Até a próxima. Falou, gente. Até mais.